The mystery of the Black Death. Comets appeared on the London sky, unveiling the tragedy of humanity. The history of humanity is marked by numerous deadly pandemics, their origins and endings shrouded in mystery and awaiting scientific exploration. Among these epidemics, one that has haunted humanity for almost a millennium is the plague pandemic, commonly known as the Black Death. Renowned leader of the British Navy and Member of Parliament, Samuel Pepys, meticulously recorded the three most significant events in England's history, the plague epidemic of 1665 to 1666. In his diary, Pepys made note of two comets appearing in the London sky. At the time, astrologers believed these celestial signs to be an omen of impending evil descending upon England. Little did they know, it was not devils but the plague, the grim reaper, that was preparing to claim countless lives, not only in England but throughout Europe. The Black Death remains a mystery, characterized by three devastating pandemics caused by a bacterium known as Yersinia pestis, or the plague bacteria. The first recorded instance of the plague occurred in 541 AD in Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire. From there, it spread across Europe, Asia, North Africa, and the Arab world, resulting in the deaths of an estimated 30 to 50 million people, roughly half of the global population at the time. Nearly 8 centuries later, this nightmarish plague reappeared, wreaking havoc on Europe. In October 1347, 12 ships from the Black Sea arrived at the port of Messina in Sicily. What the people witnessed was horrifying. Most of the sailors on those ships were already dead, while the survivors were severely ill, their bodies covered in black pustules oozing blood and pus. The swift response from Sicilian authorities led to the expulsion of these ships of death from the port, but it was too late. The plague spread rapidly, claiming the lives of roughly 200 million people, equivalent to 60% of Europe's population and 33% of England's population. Fleas and lice were believed to be carriers of the Yersinia pestis bacteria, primarily infecting squirrels, rabbits, rats, and chickens. After biting these animals and causing widespread animal deaths, the fleas and lice sought new hosts, often humans, unknowingly spreading the deadly bacteria. England became the next victim of the Black Death from 1348 to 1665, experiencing 40 outbreaks within a span of 300 years in London alone. Each outbreak claimed the lives of approximately 20% of the city's population, including men, women, and children. In Pepys' diary, he recounted a visit to Greenwich in August 1665, where he witnessed a chilling sight. In a field belonging to Combe Farm, he saw a coffin containing a dead body infected with the plague. The corpse had been discarded there the night before, and no one had been assigned to bury it. In their desperation due to the epidemic, European countries established a team of plague doctors. They did not require medical training or much experience, they just needed to be brave individuals willing to enter the epidemic areas to count the number of deaths instead of treating the disease. Because for a long time, no one knew the exact cause of the Black Death, people often believed in demons or even blamed the medical community for the miasma theory. That is, the plague spread through the stench of corpses. This laid the foundation for the creation of the peculiar protective attire used by plague doctors, which became an ominous symbol when mentioning the Black Death. This protective suit was invented in 1619 by Charles Delorme, the chief physician of the French King Louis XIII. It consisted of a long hooded cloak that covered the entire body up to the ankles, baggy trousers, shoes, a hat, and gloves. They were all made of goat leather treated with fragrant substances and covered with a layer of rigid white animal fat to prevent the bodily fluids of victims from seeping through. Accompanying the protective suit was a peculiar accessory, the bird-shaped mask with a 15 cm long nose filled with herbs such as lavender, mint, juniper, and resin. Its purpose was to eliminate the smell of decaying bodies. The eye holes were shielded with glass. When carrying out their duties, plague doctors often carried a long wooden cane to examine the bodies without direct contact or to ward off other people when they wanted them to keep their distance. Unfortunately, this suit, known as the costume of the Grim Reaper, was ineffective in preventing the spread of the plague. On the contrary, it made the wearer feel hot, suffocating, and unable to sweat. As a result, many doctors became infected and died. The mystery of the Black Death continues to captivate researchers and historians alike. The catastrophic loss of life during this plague has left an indelible mark on human civilization. The appearance of the comets in the London sky during the plague epidemic of 1665 to 1666 remains a haunting reminder of the unimaginable tragedy that befell humanity.